Hello and welcome to ED 584, and this is the introduction and instructions for module number 5. So let's go ahead. We'll go in and share the screen, and we'll go in and open up module 5. Get it all opened up here. And the photo that I'm using for this one was one I took on a snowmobile trip 4 years ago, February 2019. This is in the southwestern part of Yellowstone National Park. Just right, it's on the Idaho side, or just across the border into Wyoming as you come in from Idaho on the southwest side. So let's go ahead. And the purpose of this module is to continue the examination of means testing, specifically through a study of related samples t-test. While the one sample t-test allows us to test a hypothesis comparing a single group mean to that of a known or predicted population mean, and the two independent sample t-test allows us to compare two independent group means. The related samples t-test allows us to test hypotheses concerning two related sample means, such as groups. Related samples, also called dependent samples, can occur through the use of repeated measure design or a matched pair design. Repeated measures means that participants are observed at different times, and each time data is collected that is considered a group. For example, participants could be measured before a treatment is applied and then measured again after the treatment has been applied, pre and post-test design. Or they might be measured across two different treatments within subjects design. Related samples can also be established through the use of matched pairs design, in which case participants are only measured once within the group they belong, and then match with another participant in another group based on some common characteristic. When conducting any statistical procedure, it is important to understand the assumptions of the procedure and ensure they have been adequately addressed. Assumptions of the related samples t-test are normality and independence within groups. As we learned from the study of the one sample t-test, a significant finding should include a reporting of effect size. Effect size provides an indication of the meaningfulness of a significant finding and can be numerically represented through any of three different statistical calculations. These are the Cohen's d, the eta squared, or the omega squared. Each of these effect size measures are included within and important for our study of related samples procedures. This module also includes a study of an alternative approach to hypothesis testing. All t-test procedures are a form of hypothesis testing. And the alternative is in the form of point estimation and interval estimation. Important concepts include the fact that the mean of a random sample is an unbiased estimator of the population mean and can be used as a population estimator. Remember, the mean from a random sample is the expected mean of the population from which it is drawn. Another important concept is the fact that the standard error can be estimated from sample data and used to establish confidence intervals. A confidence interval represents a range of values in which we can be sure within a designated level of probability, usually 95%, but it could be any level decided upon, that the value of the population is within. The lower value of the confidence interval is called the lower bound, while the upper value of the confidence interval is called upper bound. The lower and upper bound are sometimes reported within brackets, for example, and is shown here, LB or UB. When the confidence interval for the mean difference contains the value 0, then that indicates insufficient evidence to conclude a difference exists between groups. A mean difference value of 0 indicates there is no difference between groups, and thus if 0 falls within the confidence interval, determined for the mean difference, then we cannot claim a difference exists between the groups. So now let's go on and we'll go through the readings for module. This module is chapter 10 from the statistics for the behavioral sciences. We also have the supplemental PowerPoint and also YouTube on related sample t-test. And then in chapter 11, estimation and confidence intervals, supporting the supporting PowerPoint is available, and also a YouTube video. And in how to use SPSS, it is 6.4, section 6.4. And then the assessments for this module is to submit your reflective commentary, and also a reminder the quantitative research article summary paper is due February 15th by midnight. For the next module, we'll expand our study of means testing through an investigation of published research articles that describe studies that use t-test methodology. Now's a good time to identify several journals that are associated with your field of study and begin searching them for studies that investigate group comparisons through the use of t-test methods. That concludes the introduction and instructions for learning Module 5. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. Take care.